How many bags do you think the average American family goes through in a typical year? I think you'd be pretty shocked by the answer. I knew I was. The answer is 1,500 bags per year. That's crazy to think about. When I think about that, I would think maybe 300, 400. I would never have guessed it'd be in the thousands. Yet that's the crisis we face. I'm Mariah Russell, and today I would like to talk to you guys about the plastic usage, not just in America, but globally. Some of the main points I'd like to bring up is plastic is not biodegradable. Plastic is bad for our ecosystem, and plastic contains many harmful chemicals to humans and our environment. So why is plastic not biodegradable? Well, let's think about some of the misconceptions that a lot of people have about plastic. The first one being all bioplastics are biodegradable or compostable. And that can't be true because most bioplastic derive from biomass, a renewed resource, one that is super hard to break down, therefore not making it biodegradable because it takes an extremely long time to break down. Another misconception is compostable plastics are a solution to landfills and littering. Just because something can break down doesn't mean it's a solution to our landfills or to our littering problem. We shouldn't teach people or tell people that just because it's bioplastic, it's biodegradable, or it's compostable, that we should just throw it on the ground because it will break down. That's not how we solve this crisis. That's not where we find a solution. The solution is to educate people. Let people know that there is solutions. There are things that we can do in our everyday life that take 30 seconds to make the world a better place tomorrow. The last misconception I want to bring up is biodegradability is the same as compostability. Biodegradability is just a natural process where a product will naturally break down into a natural substance via water or carbon dioxide. And then compostability, a specific setting must be present for something to break down, which means that maybe the temperature outside has to be hot or it has to be cold. Maybe it has to be in the spring. Maybe it has to be in the fall. Maybe it has to be raining. Maybe it has to be scorching hot for months on months and literal rain. But there has to be a specific setting for it to break down. I would like to show a statistic and a graph about the plastic usage that has grown from the 1950 all the way to 2015. As we see on this graph, it grows exponentially, meaning that it is doubling and doubling each year. Each day is growing and growing more than what it was. Think about it. In 1975, where we see the graph start to peak up, we only used 46 million tons of plastic per year. Take a guess about what that number might be in 2015. Do you think it's maybe 100 million? 200 million? Well, the answer is 381 million tons. In that short period of time, we have quadrupled the amount of plastic we use. How can our Earth grow and adapt to that change? What can we do to make it better for our Earth? These are what we need to think about. As we see this graph grow, this crisis is growing with the graph. There is no hiding it until we can't anymore. This is what we deal with. And now, since we use plastic so much, our Earth is suffering. Our ecosystems are suffering. Sea life. We see sea turtles that are disfigured because of plastic. Sea turtles die because they eat plastic. Fish die. Sharks die. All kinds of marine life is affected. Not only marine life. We often see in our parks trash. On our sidewalks trash. People litter and it affects our Earth. Our ecosystem, our Earth cannot survive with the adapting plastic crisis. I want to talk about some of the chemicals that is found in plastic. So according to madesafe.org, phthalates, which are plastic softeners, often migrate due to their molecular bond not being strong. So they'll move to the surface of bottles or plastic bags, therefore getting on our mouth or getting on our skin. That's how it gets in our body, and why would we want that in our body if it's a toxic chemical? The next one is BPA, which was actually a big lawsuit for the FDA because BPA causes hormone disruption, which means that as we use that plastic bottle, as we use that plastic bag, BPA is getting into our system, causing our hormones to go out of whack, which is why the FDA got in trouble and banned it in any baby bottle product you could think of. And the last one is PVC, which is the most toxic chemical to humans. And it releases dioxins, chloride, lead, etc. So many chemicals that are so bad for us. And these are found in our plastic bottles, plastic bag, packaging. Plastic is everywhere. So what can we do? What can we do tomorrow to make the future a better place, to make our earth cleaner? I asked them to my peers to think twice before buying a plastic bottle or using a plastic bag when you go to the store. Think twice. Is it worth it? The next one is, I asked my peers to help clean our earth piece by piece so we have a better tomorrow. Thank you and goodbye.